Okay, with this video, I'm going to show you how we can do a best fit line for a set of data and to be able to do the R factor, which is going to show us how strong of a positive or a negative correlation we have. Okay, so I gave you this set of directions, and you just have to be able to follow it, but I want to take you through. So first step, you need to make sure the data gets in. That's what that other video showed. So I already hit my stat key, and I already have this table in my calculator, okay? And so my previous video, I showed how we can actually see this the scatter plot by turning on the stat plot. So second y equals, by default, it's off, so I'm going to toggle it on. If I hit zoom and option 9, I see my points. So what we want to do is we want the calculator to calculate the best fit line. It needs to take into consideration all the points, and it's going to come up with a line to represent this data. Okay? So the first thing we want to do, though, is, because I also want you to be able to see the R factor, okay, the correlation coefficient. So by default, it's off. Okay? So to be able to turn that on, what we're going to do is we're going to go to our catalog. Okay, so it's above the 0. See the word in blue, catalog. So you have to hit second, the blue button, and then the 0. Okay, that brings up our catalog. And what we need to do is go to the D's. Now you can scroll to D. Okay, you can just keep on holding down until you get to the diagnostics, which right there. So I want to go to diagnostics on. Now, if you didn't want to have to scroll, okay, I'm going to go back here. What I can do is jump to the D's by hitting alpha and this x to the negative power. Okay, if you hit the green button and then D, so green, and then this, it'll jump right to the D's, and then you don't have to scroll as far. So regardless of how you do this, we need to get to diagnostics on and hit enter. Okay, so now my diagnostics is on. So then once your data is in, you're going to hit the stat key. Okay, so the stat key. So first option is how we edit it, but we want to now push over to calculate. So we're going to have the calculator look at that data, and we want option 4. So it's a linear regression. It's slope and the starting point. So it's going to tell us our slope, and it's going to tell us the y-intercept for that when we hit option 4. So you either scroll to option 4, hit enter, or type in the number 4. And then all you have to do is just hit enter. So it's going to look at list 1 for our inputs, list 2 for the outputs. You just hit enter until you get to calculate, and it's going to calculate the slope. So the slope is about 12. The starting point is about 35.1. And then you look at this R value, this number is pretty close to 1, so it tells you that it's a pretty strong positive correlation, okay? So I'm going to quickly write down that rule. So y equals 12x plus 35.1, and then if I go to the y equals screen, I can type that rule in. I can type in 12, and then here's your x, and then plus 35.1. If I hit graph, I'm going to see that this line is our best fit line. And so what we can do is we could use that equation then to fill in the gaps of this data. Okay, so if I give a new input, if I wanted to know, say 3.7, okay, when x is 3.7, I can use that best fit line to be able to predict an outcome. Okay, so that's all stuff that you need to make sure that you understand the steps. We have this paper, so if you ever get stuck, just follow the directions here on this paper to be able to understand how you use our calculators, okay, for a best fit line. So make sure we practice this. You're going to have practice in class, but I do need you to make sure that you can follow these steps, okay? So thanks for watching. Take care.